Stick around and let's check out some books that scratch my nostalgia itch. Hey Kong fam, Shelby's Comics. So I just got this box in. Just got it in. This is from my buddies at Metropolis Comics up in New York. And you'll always hear me say that I do not show my Dell and Gold Key collection enough love. Now, Dell and Gold Key is not something that I collected as a kid. I was very much a Marvel person growing up. But I, of course, gained a lot of love for Dell and Gold Key as I got older. I love photo cover books, the Walt Disney photo cover books, because Walt Disney was just, I don't know, something you just kind of, you grew up with in the 70s. They were producing so much stuff. And you had, I think every Sunday night, you know, they'd have the Wonderful World of Walt Disney, and it's just always so great to watch that. So here's a book. Speaking of that, nice little photo cover. Bon Voyage. Looks like Fred McMurray from My Three Sons starred in that. I do not remember the movie, to be honest with you, from 1962, but it is definitely a higher grade. They have this as a 7.5, and it's a Dell file copy. So let's check this out. Okay, so it is not one of the file copies that they put the stamp in. I will show some of those here in a moment. All right. Now this one does have, these couple do have the stamp. So this is a Dell file copy, Bugs Bunny number 31. Really cool. And you can see here clearly on the top it has this Dell file stamp. And it says return to editorial department, Western Publishing and Lithograph Company, Racine, Wisconsin. So back in the 80s, a good friend of mine, Debs Laird, who was a huge Green Hornet fan, really kind of introduced me to, he was a couple years older than me. Yeah. So here at the bottom, you can see the Dell file stamp. And it says Library, Western Printing and Litho Company, Racine, Wisconsin, date received. It doesn't have anything marked. It says publication date 5/12/1953, and then the copyright number of B420096. But he's the one that kind of introduced me to these. So Western Publishing was, of course, Dell. They merged with Gold Key. Later on, a lot of people even use Dell and Gold Key synonymously with one another. They are slightly different, but they did merge. Gold Key continued on through the 70s and then was bought out by Random House. And Random House in the 80s started selling off the file copies. So file copies were, they kept a couple of copies of each published book, sent it to the library in Racine, Wisconsin, which is where their publishing facility was, if I'm not mistaken. And they just literally kept them in manila file folders in file cabinets. And artists, if you noticed, a lot of most publications do not show, you know, who the artist was or anything else, because these were staff artists. And they were expected to follow very closely a specific art style. So, for example, you know, Bugs Bunny, definitely you'd want to follow a very specific art style. You couldn't take any liberties with the art. the artists were able to go and literally check out these books from the file cabinet at the library and understand the art style, and then mimic that art style in whatever they're drawing. So that's the story of file copies. This is another Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny number 30. And again, a nice copy, 8.0. Usually file copies are in higher grade because they came straight from the printing press, delivered to the offices, and then cataloged in the library. And, unless they were used or, molested in some way, they usually were fairly high grade. But, yeah, again, you can see the stamp there. And open this up, and again, such beautiful 1953. Look how beautiful that book is for 1953. White pages, and then of course we open it up. It has the same stamp at the bottom, so very nice. Here's a gold key. So like I said, Gold Key started in the late 60s, early 70s, through the mid 70s. This is a high grade copy, a 9.2. Flintstones number 40. And it says file copy on the first page. So we'll open it up. And y'all are seeing this the first time. Y'all saw me open the box. Oh my God, what a beautiful copy. And we open it up. Yeah. Again, see that file stamp there at the bottom. Oh, so nice. I mean, these, the condition of this is just incredible. I'll be real careful. I'll try to be real careful with these. So, and I was setting them on top of the bags they came from, so make sure there's not any tape that can stick to them. Here's another beautiful Flintstones. Flintstones and Pebbles. This is number 48. It says file copy. It doesn't say there's a stamp, so I'm assuming there's probably not. But I have gotten some of these from Metropolis and other places where it doesn't say it has the stamp. But, oh gosh. And look, this one's got, oh my God. Okay, so this one is incredible. This has got just a lot of extra information written in there on the file copy. I'll get a closer image of that for y'all. But it says, see if I can read it. And used to, and I can't remember it, but there was like one lady that, handled the library and stuff. And like you can tell her handwriting and such. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But it says something art 9 pages 10, 14, 15, and no something 48. So let's see. Let's go to page 10. See if we can. These pages are not numbered. Okay, so I'm assuming it's talking about maybe a reprint. It looks like it starts here on page 10, a reprinted story. And it says reprinted by popular demand, and maybe they were specifying who the artist was for that. But yeah, pretty incredible. All right, and then the last one. I'm not trying to necessarily work on a set of these, but I wouldn't mind it. Peanuts. This is Peanuts number 3. Ooh, beautiful, from 1963. I've been trying to find a nice copy of Peanuts number 1, which is turned out to be pretty difficult. I'm willing to pay up Now this doesn't have the stamp, but it does have a received date. Not a perfect book. They have it as an 8.0. I would say that's pretty accurate. The colors are just so vibrant and beautiful. Again, just beautiful white pages, that classic Charles Schulz artwork. Yeah, just, oh, amazing, amazing. Peanuts number 3, 1963. All right, so that is it for this one. I just wanted to share some of that with you guys. Some of the things that I collect, some of the weird niches that I try to find and such in the collecting market. So yeah, let me know some of the weird things that y'all like to collect. Maybe some things that are important to y'all. Like I said, this definitely scratches that nostalgia itch for me, you know, watching the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And of course, I was a huge, huge Peanuts fan growing up. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in today. All right, with that, thanks for visiting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell anytime you want to see me or anything interesting like this. And maybe share a little bit of comic book history. But with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and keep on reading comics. Bye, y'all.